Welcome to the channel where history meets hidden fortune. Today, we're diving into one of the rarest and most insanely valuable coins ever minted, the 2 shilling George VI Bicentennial. 2 shillings without IND imp. This isn't just pocket change. This is a potential multi-million-dollar treasure that could be hiding in your home right now. Stick around, because what you're about to discover could change your life forever. Let's get started. The 1949 United Kingdom Bicentennial. 2 shillings coin of King George VI, without the historical mark IND imp. This unassuming coin, overlooked by many, holds within it a fortune beyond imagination. It's not just a coin, it's a relic of empire, a whisper from history, and now a potential ticket to generational wealth. If you own this coin, even unknowingly, you're sitting on a gold mine, quite literally. What makes this particular coin so stunningly valuable is its rarity born out of a silent political shift. The abbreviation IND imp, meaning Emperor of India, was dropped in 1949 following India's independence from Britain in 1947. Only a very limited number of coins were minted without this mark during the transitional period. Among those, the 2 shillings, commonly called a florin, has sparked the greatest intrigue and awe among collectors and historians. But here's the twist. Certain territories under British rule minted even more exclusive variations. That's where the true treasure lies. Specimens from British overseas territories and crown dependencies, struck without IND imp, are virtually unseen in the public sphere. These aren't just rare, they're legendary. Only a handful may exist, and some reports suggest these were never intended for circulation, making them ghost coins of the post-imperial era. For collectors and auction houses, finding such a coin is the equivalent of discovering a hidden Picasso or a lost Fabergé egg. Bidding wars erupt, millionaires line up, and history is reborn in each gleaming curve of this 1949 masterpiece. You discover this coin tucked in your grandfather's old drawer or hidden in a forgotten wallet. You dust it off, look closer, and there it is, no IND imp. That moment alone could change your life forever. We're talking about auction estimates that soar into the millions. Yes, millions. Some insiders believe that a perfect, uncirculated specimen from an overseas territory could fetch upwards of $5 million at a prestigious auction. Imagine selling a coin the size of a button for more than the price of a mansion in London or a super yacht. This isn't just speculative hype. The coin's historical significance, the geopolitical context of post-colonial Britain, and its vanishingly low mintage make it a magnet for elite collectors and museums worldwide. It encapsulates the end of the British Empire and the beginning of a new world order. And because of that, it's not only a monetary asset, it's a symbol of monumental change, and people are willing to pay unimaginable sums to own that symbol. Let's talk specifications. The 1949 2 shillings features the crowned Tudor rose in the center, encircled by a thistle, shamrock, and leek, representing Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. The obverse shows the left-facing bust of King George VI without the imperial legend. Struck in cupro nickel, it weighs 11.31 grams and has a diameter of 28.5 millimeter. But beyond these details lies the deeper value, the story, the anomaly, the ultra-low mintage that makes it priceless in the eyes of connoisseurs. It's not just collectors you're competing with. Investors are entering the numismatic space, turning rare coins into alternative assets. And what's hotter than a coin that connects to global colonial history and is shrouded in mystery? Some hedge fund buyers are reportedly seeking out coins like these to diversify their portfolios. They're not just buying metal. They're buying historical leverage, prestige, and future returns. So if you have this coin, you're holding what could be the next holy grail of investments. Here's where you, the viewer, come in. Check your coin jars. Look through inherited collections. Talk to your family. Look for that 1949 2 shillings without IND imp. And if it's from a British territory like Gibraltar, the Falkland Islands, or the Isle of Man, you could be holding one of the rarest coins in human history. Forget winning the lottery. This is real, tangible, and it could be in your hands right now. The market is hungry, collectors are desperate, and your chance to cash in might just be so don't sleep on this. Share this video, get it out there. Let the world know that one of the most valuable coins on the planet could be hiding in plain sight. Because the 1949 George VI Bicentennial 2 shillings without I and imp isn't just a coin, it's a legacy, a revolution, and perhaps your personal gateway to unimaginable wealth. The clock is ticking, the demand is growing, and every second you wait is a chance someone else finds it first. Second, imagine holding a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that it could change your life in an instant. A small, unassuming piece of metal that could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. Yes, we're talking about the legendary 1950 George VI 2 shillings coin from the United Kingdom, but not just any version. The ultra-rare variety missing the ND imp inscription. This coin is whispered about among elite collectors, shrouded in mystery, and has reached an almost mythic status in numismatic circles. Today, we'll dive deep into the mesmerizing history, shocking rarity, and jaw-dropping value of this coin that could make you a millionaire, or even a billionaire, overnight. The George VI 2 shillings coin of 1950 holds a powerful secret. Its absence of the IND imp inscription, a small but profound omission that skyrockets its desirability. IND imp stood for Emperor of India, a title dropped after India's independence in 1947. While most coins quickly reflected this change, a very limited number of 1952 shillings coins were struck without the updated design, creating an anomaly so rare it has become the stuff of legends. This wasn't just a printing error. It was a piece of geopolitical history captured in silver alloy. Let's talk about the mind-blowing value this coin holds today. While most old coins sell for modest amounts, this version of the 1952 shillings is in a league of its own. Rumors in the collector's world suggest that if a pristine, uncirculated example appears on the market, it could command a price in the millions of dollars. That's not hype. That's based on the sheer rarity, historical value, and frenzied demand. And if one was ever auctioned publicly, the bidding war could break records. Imagine a tiny silver coin earning you enough to buy a mansion, a supercar, or even retire forever. Why is this coin so astonishingly rare? It's not just the missing text, it's the complete scarcity of known examples in excellent condition. Experts estimate that only a handful of these exist in the world today, and fewer still have ever been graded or authenticated by top institutions like the Royal Mint Museum or international grading services. This coin represents the ultimate collectible, a genuine once-in-a-lifetime find that few even know exists, let alone own. If you have one, you might be holding a numismatic goldmine. Let's take a moment to appreciate the design and specifications of this masterpiece. Minted during the reign of King George VI, the coin features his regal portrait on the obverse, with the Tudor rose, thistle, shamrock, and leek symbolizing unity across the UK on the reverse. Composed of a copper-nickel alloy, it weighs approximately 1131 grams and has a diameter of 28.5 milli. But again, it's the absence of IND imp that transforms it from ordinary to mythical. Every detail on this coin tells a story, and that missing element adds a powerful layer of rarity and intrigue. This is not just a coin. It's a historical artifact that bridges colonial legacy, political transformation, and royal legacy, all in one. Think about it. How many items in the world encapsulate the end of the British Empire's grip over India, and simultaneously offer the potential to build a fortune? This coin is more than currency. It's a symbol of change, value, and hidden opportunity. That's what collectors crave. History combined with exclusivity. And this coin delivers both in spectacular fashion. What's more exciting is the possibility that one of these coins could be sitting, unnoticed, in an old family drawer, a forgotten album, or a dusty jar of spare change. People across the UK, and even in Commonwealth countries, may unknowingly possess this multi-million-dollar treasure. That's why awareness is key, and videos like this one could help unlock fortunes for everyday people. Could you be one of the lucky few? It's time to check your collection. So, how do you know if you've struck gold? First, check for the 1950 date. Then, examine the edge and obverse text. If IND.imp is missing, you could be holding the crown jewel of British coinage. But don't stop there. Have it authenticated and graded by professionals. A high-grade specimen could set you up for life. And when it finally hits auction, get ready to watch bidding paddle after paddle fight for your hidden fortune. This is the kind of item collectors and museums dream about. In a world full of get-rich-quick schemes, this coin stands as one of the few legitimate treasures that could truly change your destiny. The 1950 George VI 2 shillings coin without the IND imp inscription is one of the rarest and most sought out, so don't dismiss those old coins lying around. The 1950 George VI 2 shillings without IND imp could be your unexpected path to opulence. Share this video, check your collections, and stay tuned, because we're uncovering more hidden gems like this. Remember, fortunes are forged by those who recognize value where others see none. Could you be next? Second up we're talking about the legendary 1947 George VI 2 shillings coin, an unassuming treasure that might just be the most underrated millionaire maker in the entire numismatic world. This isn't just any coin. This is a symbol of a vanished era, a post-war marvel, and a gleaming gem that collectors across the globe are hunting for like buried treasure. And yes, rumors swirl that one particular variation of this coin could fetch millions. Yes, millions in today's market. Buckle up, because this story is more than just history. It's a golden opportunity. Let's dive into the spellbinding beauty of the coin itself. The 1947 2 shillings, struck under the reign of King George VI, features his majestic uncrowned portrait facing left, serene, stoic, and surrounded by mystery. Flip it over, and you're met with a crowned Tudor rose, flanked by a Scottish thistle and an Irish shamrock, a poetic tribute to the unity of the United Kingdom and its territories. These are not just botanical symbols, they're emblems of an empire immortalized in nickel-brass alloy. But here's the twist. This particular version lacks the typical IND imp inscription, India Imperator, which vanished following India's independence. That omission, that tiny absence, is what might make this coin a once-in-a-lifetime jackpot. The year was 1947. The world was reeling from the aftermath of World War II. The British Empire was evolving, and India had just declared its independence. In this transitional period, the Royal Mint updated coin designs. The absence of IND imp on this 2 shillings piece reflects a seismic geopolitical shift, transforming it from currency into a historical document. Most coins from that year still retained the older inscription. But this version without it? That's the whisper of change engraved in metal. A perfect storm of rarity, history, and symbolic power that drives collectors wild. Now here's where things take a jaw-dropping turn. In the shadowy world of elite coin collecting, whispers abound of this 1947 2 shillings variant being valued in the millions. Yes, that's right, millions. Not because of gold or silver content, this coin is made of cupronickel, but because of rarity, condition, and narrative. A coin like this in uncirculated condition, with the sharpest strike, unmarred fields, and full details, that's not just a collectible, that's a vault of wealth in your pocket. Some experts believe that if an exceptional specimen came to auction today, especially with provenance, bidding wars could erupt on an international stage. From British royal coin enthusiasts to global investors, the market for unique historical coins is exploding. Auction houses in London, Dubai, and Hong Kong are witnessing unprecedented prices for coins with strong backstories. And this 1947 2 shillings, clean, uncrowned George VI portrait, crowned floral reverse, no IND imp, ticks every single box. The crown dependencies and overseas territories collectors, who often seek specific mints and variants, are especially aggressive in acquiring such rarities. A perfectly preserved version could ignite a bidding frenzy, turning the owner into an instant millionaire. This isn't hype. This is numismatic fever, and it's sweeping the globe. But wait. Before you rush to your attic or safe deposit box, know this. Authentication is key. Reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC can evaluate and encapsulate your coin, dramatically increasing its value. A coin graded MS65 or higher becomes a gem-quality investment, potentially worth staggering sums. If you've got this coin and it checks every rarity box, you're not holding a curiosity, you're holding a treasure vault. Combine that with a clean provenance, perhaps a family link to post-war Britain, and you've got the makings of an elite investment piece that top collectors would battle for. Let's get technical for a moment. This 2 shillings coin has a diameter of 28.5 mm and weighs 11.3 grams. crafted in copper-nickel due to post-war austerity measures. Silver had been removed from British coinage in 1947. The obverse showcases King George VI, designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget, while the reverse with its crowned rose was designed by George Kruger Gray. But the star attraction is the missing ind imp, a subtle, almost ghostly omission that marks the boundary between empire and so if you've stumbled upon this coin in a drawer, a box of inherited keepsakes, or in a forgotten coin collection, do not ignore it. This isn't just a numismatic relic. It could be your golden ticket to wealth beyond imagination. Get it appraised, get it graded, and who knows, you might find yourself on the cover of financial magazines, the next unexpected billionaire from a coin that most would overlook. Like buried treasure, its true value is only known to the few who recognize its story. Are you one of them? Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've seen or own this mythical coin. We want to hear your story. Second up to thee, we're talking about the legendary 1949 United Kingdom Bicentennial 2 Shillings, minted during the reign of King George VI, a coin wrapped in royal heritage, colonial change, and post-war scarcity. But what sets this coin apart, what makes it shine among collectors and numismatic enthusiasts worldwide, is one astonishing detail: the absence of the inscription, ind imp. Yes, this small omission marks a giant leap in value. It's a symbol of a changing empire, a reflection of geopolitical shifts, and potentially your golden ticket to unimaginable fortune. This coin, featuring the uncrowned left-facing portrait of King George VI, isn't just an antique. It's a masterpiece, designed during a pivotal moment in British history. Its obverse displays the stern and composed monarch in elegant detail, while the reverse captures the iconic crowned Tudor rose, flanked by the proud Scottish thistle and Irish shamrock, a triad of unity, tradition, and resilience. It's not just money, it's Britain in metal form. And when you find the 1949 edition without the IND IMP inscription, which stood for Emperor of India, you're looking at a version born after India's independence, reflecting the sun setting on the empire and the birth of a new world order. Now here's where it gets jaw-dropping. The removal of the IND inscription was no minor edit. It was a declaration. As a result, very few coins with this specific design and omission were produced or survived in mint condition. These elusive variants have now become the target of fierce bidding wars at auctions, with whispers among collectors placing its upper value in the millions of dollars. That's not a typo. If you've inherited one, or stumble upon it tucked away in an attic or an old coin jar, you may be looking at an item so rare that it could launch you into a world of unimaginable wealth. From humble collector to overnight billionaire. Let's explore the coin's specifications. The 1949 2 Shillings, also known as a florin, was minted in cupro nickel, featuring a weight of 11.31 grams and a diameter of 28.5 millimeters. Although it doesn't gleam with gold or silver, its true shine lies in its rarity and historical value. This coin represents the bridge between empires. It was not just currency, but a carrier of a political message. In numismatics, it's not always the metal that holds the value, but the story behind the coin. And this one tells a story unlike any other. It whispers the final goodbye to an imperial title that had ruled continents. But let's address the question everyone's asking. Is it really worth millions? The answer, for the right coin in the right condition, is a thunderous yes. In uncirculated, or mint states, especially with proof-like luster and clear edges, the 1949 George VI 2 Shillings without IND could fetch prices that eclipse your wildest dreams. Coins of this caliber are not just collector's items. They are museum pieces, legacy artifacts, and treasures that transcend generations. It's not a matter of if it's valuable. It's a matter of finding the right buyer, the right auction, and securing a place in numismatic legend. And what about demand? Let's just say that collectors from across the globe, from London to New York, from Sydney to Singapore, are hunting for this coin like it's the Holy Grail. Its connection to King George VI, its post-imperial transition, and its visually stunning design make it irresistible. Online marketplaces and rare coin auctions have seen meteoric interest, with values increasing steadily year after year. Owning this coin is like owning a key to the vault of history, and demand will only intensify as time marches on and the coin becomes even scarcer. So, if you're watching this and wondering whether you might have a 1949 2 shillings tucked away somewhere, it's time to start looking. Check your old collections, visit estate sales, flip through your grandparents' coin boxes, because you never know. That one small, humble-looking coin could contain enough value to change your life forever. It's not just about rarity. It's about opportunity, timing, and the incredible luck of discovering a piece of lost history that the world is desperate to own. Hidden in plain sight, the 1949 2 shillings without I&MP could be your unexpected ticket to millionaire status. This isn't just old change in conclusion. The 1949 George VI 2 shillings without IMP is more than just a coin. It's a vessel of history, a numismatic gem, and potentially the most valuable and expensive post-war British coin ever minted. If you find one in mint condition, you're not just a collector, you could be a millionaire, or even a billionaire. This is your chance to hold the past in your hands and turn it into a future of wealth. So stay curious, keep digging, and remember, treasures don't always glitter. Sometimes they come in the form of a quiet little coin with a missing inscription and a legacy of gold.